Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris. Together we're the Gen X couple.
Hey guys.
Take one. Hello everyone.
Welcome back. Today we are setting sail along the Massachusetts coastline, all the way from Boston Harbor, all the way down to Cape Cod and the islands, like Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, stuff like that. That particular stretch of water has been the stage for centuries of maritime adventure, piracy, smuggling, and treasure hiding, which is very exciting. We actually have a treasure hunter in the family. Chris's brother is a treasure hunter.
He is.
And where was I? There's lots of jagged rocks, hidden coves, foggy channels, and they all provide the perfect cover for pirates, privateers, and rum runners. Over time, these operations spawn legends. So, like tales of lost treasure hidden in secluded coves that still capture imaginations today.
Yes, absolutely. Massachusetts geography is shaped everything.
It shaped everything.
Shaped everything. Ports like Boston, Salem, Gloucester, Marblehead, Newburyport, and Provincetown.
Provincetown?
Yes. We're bustling centers of trade.
Maybe we should record these later in the day. It's early right now. It's only 8 a.m. Maybe we should do these later.
I can do it. Okay. But just offshore of these ports are small coves, tidal channels, and rocky shoals that offer concealment for these operations outside the law. Pirates and smugglers knew these waters intimately, and as we'll see, many of the most intriguing stories involve treasures supposedly buried or hidden in these island coves waiting for rediscovery.
Okay, not too bad. So let's begin with the privateers. In the 17th and 18th centuries, privateers were essentially, you're rubbing off at me. We should do this later in the day. Essentially, government-sanctioned pirates. They holded... Oh my God, what is wrong with me now? You have totally rubbed off at me. We're just going to leave it like this. We're not even going to bother to re-record this. They held letters of marque, M-A-R-Q-U-E, which meant that they could legally attack enemy vessels during wars like Queen Anne's War, King George's War, the French and Indian War, and the Revolutionary War. One prominent Massachusetts privateer was Captain Thomas Veal of Marblehead, and he was known for capturing British ships and bringing their cargo to colonial ports. His intimate knowledge of the coast, meaning every shoal, inlet, and tidal pattern, allowed him to evade capture repeatedly.
Yes, Veal's story shows how thin the line between privateer and pirate could be.
Did you just hear me slurp? If you just heard me slurp, sorry, no. I was sipping my coffee.
So colonists saw him as a hero, and the British called him a criminal. Once letters of a marque expired, many privateers continued...
Is it marquee and not mark?
I thought it was marquee.
Why is it spelled like M-A-R-Q-U-E?
I thought it was a British word. But anyways,
it sounds French.
Many privateers continued attacking ships illegally. Another example is John Hazley, who operated in the Caribbean, but frequently returned to Massachusetts waters when wars ended. He effectively became a pirate using local geography to his advantage.
Yeah, and of course, no Massachusetts pirate story is complete without Samuel Bellamy, and he was also known as Black Sam. He was born near Cape Cod in 1689. In just 1 year, Bellamy captured over 50 ships, including the infamous Whydah Galley, Whydaghgally. It was a slave ship that was converted into his flagship. He was known as the Prince of Pirates for his leadership, charisma, and skill. And until he died in a storm off of Wellfleet, which is on Cape Cod, in April 1777, I don't know where I was going with that. He died with most of his crew and treasure.
Yes.
Wow, this is a good one.
The Whydah wreck, discovered in 1984 by Barry Clifford, is the only authentic pirate shipwreck in North America.
Really?
Yeah. Recovered artifacts include cannons, coins, jewelry, navigational instruments, and crew belongings, offering an unprecedented glimpse into pirate life. The crew was diverse: Africans, Europeans, Caribbean sailors, even teenagers like John Julian, a navigator, and possibly John King, a young boy pirate who survived the wreck. These artifacts also hint at the treasure Bellamy amassed, much of which is believed to have been salvaged by locals or lost at sea.
Bellamy's leadership style stands out. He reportedly distributed. Chris is totally rubbing off on me. He distributed his treasure fairly. He allowed democratic decision-making, and he maintained strict discipline. This helped him to run raids up and down the Massachusetts coast with remarkable efficiency.
Now, other Massachusetts pirates were less famous but equally resourceful. Veal, for example, transitioned from Revolutionary War privateer to smuggler. Marblehead town records describe raids and escapes into hidden coves inaccessible to large ships, and local knowledge of the tides, shoals, and rocks gave these men a technical advantage over the authorities.
I was thinking, every time you mispronounce something, we should have like a buzzer that buzzes. Wouldn't that be funny?
No, because it would be too much.
I might look into that. I might see if they have one on Amazon. But anyway, smuggling was a constant along the Massachusetts coast. From colonial times through the 19th century, merchants in Boston, Salem, Marblehead, and Cape Cod smuggled sugar, rum, textiles, and firearms. Communities often protected these operations because they enriched the local economies. During Prohibition, smuggling became highly organized, moving massive quantities of alcohol through foggy inlets and hidden coves.
And there's eyewitness accounts bringing this era to life. In the 1920s, Cape Cod residents reported schooners arriving in foggy coves, unloading barrels of alcohol under cover of night. Lookouts singled landings with lanterns.
So there were Karens as early as the 1920s.
Barrels were buried in dunes, caves, or temporary storage before being moved inland. Newspapers and police reports confirmed these operations, demonstrating the organization, intelligence, and audacity for this.
Odyssey or audacity, even. That says audacity. Now let's talk about the islands themselves. Nantucket was a key base for privateers and pirates. John Quelch, an 18th century pirate, is said to have hidden treasure on the island after raiding vessels off of the coast. Some locals still report seeing mysterious glimmers along the beaches, and it's believed to be the remnants of lost caches.
Now, Martha's Vineyard also played a role. During the Revolutionary War, privateers used the island to hide captured cargo and sometimes bury treasure in secluded coves. Historical letters mention the Sandy Point Cachade, where rum, coins, and provisions were hidden to avoid British seizure. Over the years, treasure hunters have scoured these areas, finding fragments of coins, old bottles, and metal fastenings, all likely remnants of these operations.
The Elizabeth Islands were ideal for clandestine activity. I love that word. I should write that into one of my books. Their channels and shoals were difficult to navigate, deterring law enforcement and making them perfect for hiding stolen goods or pirate loot. Stories tell of shipwrecked privateers and pirates burying treasure in coves accessible only at low tide. We actually heard a story about that on the Newport Ghost Tour. Didn't some guy die trying to find the treasure because he couldn't get out in time?
Yeah.
There are also legends that speak of wooden chests buried under rocks or sand. Some have been recovered, but many are likely still waiting.
Now, over in Monomoy and Cape Cod coves, they have their own treasure lore.
Monomoy?
Shipwrecks along these shores often carried both legal and illicit cargo.
Ignored me.
Locals reported barrels of coins, of silver and gold being washed ashore during storms. Some islands become small pirate enclaves with cachades hidden in dunes.
I'm making faces at him to try to get his attention.
And these cachades were hidden in dunes, behind rocks, or small natural depressions. And during Prohibition, these same coves were reused for rum-running cascades, blending pirate legend with modern smuggling lore.
Do you hear a truck backing up outside?
No.
It's distracting me. I keep hearing the beeping of it. Maybe it's in my head. Shipwrecks are another key source of treasure stories. Hundreds of vessels have gone down along the Massachusetts coast, some by accident, some intentionally. For example, the Whydah Galley that we talked about earlier carried a fortune in coins and jewelry, while smaller private vessels often offloaded cargoes into coves to hide it from the authorities. Archaeological finds include cannons, coins, navigational tools, clothing, and personal items. Some of these finds have been discovered, and like I said earlier, some of them are still buried.
Now, there's an eyewitness account in 1719. A Boston newspaper described a privateer chasing a British ship into a foggy Marblehead Cove, disappearing behind rocks. And in 1923, Cape Cod residents reported rum runners
We just said that.
unloading barrels of alcohol at night.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of this is repetitive information. I'm going to start here. Folklore connects all of these stories. Ghost stories, hidden treasure, and phantom ships remain embedded in local identity. Tales of Black Sam Bellamy, John Julian, John King, John Quelch, and countless other anonymous smugglers are retold in festivals, tours, like we mentioned, and storytelling. You'll hear some of these on a lot of ghost tours. Maritime museums have preserved these stories, ensuring that centuries of daring, audacious activity remains alive.
And it's all up and down the coast in Massachusetts, from the Boston Harbor to Cape Cod. There's a living record of risk, ingenuity, and adventure. And all from pirates, privateers, and smugglers that left their mark on the economy, culture, and folklore. And there's centuries of audacious exploits and hidden treasure.
You just wanted to say that word because I just said it. So with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. This wasn't our best episode, so if you guys are still here, oh my God, thank you so much. We blundered that whole thing pretty much. I don't know, this early morning recording maybe isn't working for us, but we're going to record the next episode right after this, so you'll see. That should show you whether it's early morning or if it's just us. And that's it.
All right.
Follow us on social media. Blah, blah, blah. Don't roll your eyes at me.
See you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.